isn't part of the problem that you're going to spend, 12 months right up until May next year asking yourself what your policy should be and what you should do before we're going to see anything, meaning you've got nothing to talk about other than yourselves. Isn't that a problem?
It's very clear to me from our supporters particularly, but not only, that there is a hunger to hear more from us about what we want to do, about what the direction is that we're going to take, and yes, the policies that we're going to get there with. And so I think there is a demand on the whole parliamentary party to fill that void, to fill that vacuum and provide that. And you will see that over the coming weeks and months. From the leader down, we'll be putting more meat on the bones that are consistent with Liberal values and those time-honoured traditions. I
have to be honest, I've been there in opposition. You've got nothing else to do but to get out of opposition. So the idea that you need 12 months, you're not running the country, you're not doing anything else. This idea that you need 12 months to work out what you think on something like taxation is crazy. On immigration is crazy.
I don't think it should take that long, and I don't think it will take that long, and I think we'll have to do more before then and watch this space over the coming weeks and months. And one of the things I said last night that's resonated the most with people today is we must prevent the Victorianisation of Australia. Everyone knows the horror show that is this state, our home state, and everyone knows that's partly the responsibility of the Liberal Party, and we can't allow the same to happen in our country. Anthony Albanese and Daniel Andrews are like this. They are very close. They've been comparing notes. Let's not let what has happened here happen in Canberra.
Well, they're 12 months out from an election, as you know, and we've not seen any substantive policies other than good policies on crime, but economic policies, we still haven't seen them from the Victorian Liberals, so I underscore that point. Something like net zero, I think there is a trap to see that as purely an environmental issue or some, an ideological calling card, because energy security underpins our national security, our economic security. If the Libs can rule out the target set by Chris Bowen for 2035, then surely you can wrap your head around a position in relation to the targets for 2040 and 2050.
I'm proud of the way in which we've come out so quickly and so clearly on the absurd short-term targets that Chris Bowen and the government has proposed. They won't achieve them, and if they could achieve them, imagine the damage they would do to the economy in order to achieve them. You're right, this is an economic issue principally. Of course, the environmental aspects are important, but I care about having affordable energy so that our country can compete on the international stage. I don't want to have to bail out smelters every second week in this country because their energy has become so unaffordable that they can't compete internationally.
Yeah, we did the numbers as a report today to say it's $1 million per blue-collar job right at the moment. Just quickly, Home Affairs, I know it's your old portfolio, but should we be concerned that when pushed, Tony Burke is not giving a guarantee that any of these released Palestinian prisoners will end up in Australia?
Absolutely we should, because this is someone who we cannot trust when it comes to these issues. He's been slippery and fishy every step of the way. I knew my colleague John O'Donnell would do a good job in this portfolio, and he's off to a very strong start by making a very reasonable demand of the government that Tony Burke should be able to say yes to in a heartbeat. Will any of the prisoners captured who are clearly fighting for Hamas or associated with Hamas be allowed to enter our country? Any Home Affairs Minister worth their salt should not have to think about that for a second.
All right, well, the silence, as I say, speaks volumes. Thank you, James Paterson.
Thanks, Peter.